A few weeks ago, we found ourselves exploring the Chilcotin Mountains. We wanted to explore an old mining trail that led to a spectacular ridge that we heard about, and to camp at the top of the mountain if possible. As it turned out, it would be one of the most challenging trails we've ever attempted in our full size camper truck. And if you haven't watched that video yet, please check it out first to get the full story. And let us know what you think in the comments. I will leave a link to it in the description below. In today's episode, we wanted to talk a bit about our experience of getting to the top of that mountain, and especially the challenges we had coming back down. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy it.
So this is about as wide as I can open my door. Yeah, we did some damage.
Poor truck.
Yeah.
She went where no camper truck was meant to go.
Right? Well, I don't think we've expected the way down to be this.
I did.
Yeah?
I told you last night I was worried about going down,
Yeah.
more so than going up.
Okay. Well, the rain definitely did not help
Because when you're going down, when you're climbing switchbacks, it's a lot easier to judge than going into a hole going down.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the switchbacks on the way down are way more difficult to judge. And the one that we had to winch, that was completely my fault, because I don't know what I was thinking when I said, like, let's place our front wheel there. That's where our rear should have been, and then the rear ended up way up on the bank, and that's what got us into a hour and a half worth of recovery.
Oh well, but we
But-
made it.
We
Now
did
on
it.
to the repairs.
We ripped off the mud flap. We screwed up the fender on that side. We pulled the winch out because we were winching ourselves out, and then the rope ran out, and we just snapped the little bolt that holds so the rear now has no rope, but we're not going to need it anymore. We're on the easier part now, all the way down to the main road, and then
Yeah, we left the
basically
old
it's
trail.
just a two-day drive home. Well, 12 hours. We're going to split it up into six-hour days, just because we're kind of tired. We want to get some drinks into us tonight.
A shower would be nice too.
Well, we can shower outside or jump in
Yeah.
the creek.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't bring any more weight. We could have brought a shower, but
No,
we were heavy enough.
I brought the solar shower, so.
Yeah. So, and we got water coming out of here, so we can just hose ourselves off. I need it because I've been chainsawing, I've been sawing, I've been climbing, I've been
Well, not
Inhaling.
you alone.
and two. So I'm covered in crap.
Yeah.
I inhaled something up there when I was hooking up the winch line. I almost hurled. I don't know what it was, something I was allergic to, or
I
some
got dirt in,
magic mushroom.
I got dirt in places
So-
that.
But what an adventure. Oh
Yeah.
man, there's a couple of times where I'm definitely freaking out. There's no doubt about that. I'm just not used to this kind of stuff. And I don't want to completely send us off the cliff.
No.
You know, we have so much work into this truck, despite it being not a $100,000 rig.
Yeah,
know,
you don't want it going off the side of the mountain.
we don't want to roll it. We don't want to, because we still got to make it home. We're 12
Yeah.
hours from home.
That too, right?
So, But-
Okay.
yeah, onwards. Let's find camp and get some drinks into us. God. Well, good morning, everybody. We're having our coffee again this morning, as usual. And what a day yesterday. It was a little bit stressful, and what an adventure. I don't know if we've ever really planned on something like that, but it happened. Luckily, we got out of there no problem. We're just gonna decompress a little bit, see what kind of damage we got when we get home on the truck, and start repairing and preparing for the next one.
So, have you recovered a little bit from yesterday?
Yeah, this morning I felt a little bit better. Not that I was tired, but it was more the nerves, I guess. I didn't want to have our truck upside down on a inaccessible trail where nobody could come and help us or recover it. Chances are we'll just get pushed to the side and left there forever. So
Pushed off the mountain,
yeah,
out of sight. Yeah.
I don't know how you would recover something like this off that trail. So
It crossed my mind a couple of times that this might be it, or we would be able to get out. And I was thinking at some point, like, how long would it take Matt's off road recovery to get here from Utah to come and get us out of this pickle? Because I was pretty sure too that there was no equipment or no one around that could actually help us other than helicopters out of there, which would probably never happen. But yeah, there were a couple of moments that I was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do?
I think the most stressful thing was when it got to that extreme angle, and I didn't know, is this it? Is this as before the front wheel touches, it starts to go, and it gets more extreme, more extreme, more extreme, and pretty soon you're looking straight down, and finally you feel the front tire touch, and you know you're not gonna roll. But before that, when it's just teetering on one front tire and one rear tire, and you don't know how far it's gonna go that way, and you're inside it, that's really stressful.
The most stressful part was just a moment. The getting out of the truck after it got stuck and you went, oh my god, we're in big trouble now. I had to get out. It was really a task to get the door open. We were at such an angle that if I would just have let it go, I was afraid it would snap off the hinges. And those doors are like really heavy if you have to like keep them from opening or push them closed or whatever. And then when I was getting out, I could actually feel the truck rock side to side, and that felt really scary because I don't know a lot of mechanics, so I don't know the risks of certain things. Like afterwards, you explained about the weight on the front tires and the A arms and the ball joints, and then uh, anything that could possibly go wrong, which didn't, luckily. It was pretty obvious that the truck could roll. Like, you don't need any mechanical knowledge to see that there was a very likely chance that it was going to end up on its side. But yeah.
I had constantly ideas running through my head. The first thing that I really wanted to do, though, is just secure the truck with the rear winch to something.
Yeah.
Because then you have time to look at the situation and kind of like figure it out a little better without freaking out that something's gonna, roll forward and then you're done.
Yeah.
When the winch was actually secured, even to that first tree that eventually let go, I already felt better about it because I knew it can't roll forward anymore.
Yeah.
It's sitting where it's sitting, and then from here we can kind of
Yeah.
see what we got to do.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely one we'll be talking about for a long time.
Oh yeah, this is one I'm going to remember for forever probably. I don't really plan on getting those situations again with this thing, but you never know. When we went up there the day before, I already knew in my mind that going down was going to be difficult. I could tell. I mean, from dirt biking experience and quadding and adventure bikes and all that stuff, you know that there's certain things that are easier going up than coming back down. And I already knew that night when we got to the top that the next morning is going to be a challenge. And then on top of it, we had rain, and the whole trail was really eroded compared to the day before. The inexperience of for me, we're stuck and we're almost rolling over. Like there was a lot of factors, and 90% of the time we do this by ourselves, so we have to rely on ourselves. So there's a lot of pressure on you to figure the situation out. Yeah, I definitely felt the pressure. I'm not gonna lie. Like you know, there's moments there where I was like, "Ooh, I don't know. Like this is my heart's pounding. My hands are like shaking a little bit." But once you get busy, like start climbing that bank, which was pretty much at like a, I don't know, like that of an angle, and trying to get through all that brush up there, and everything was still wet from the rain, so you're slipping and sliding on roots, and you're up high too. I think the elevation had something to do with it, because I don't think I'm in that bad a shape. But up there, I mean, it doesn't take much. You just walk up and down the trail a few feet and you're huffing and puffing already, because there's very little oxygen. And I think that was pretty obvious for both of us when we were trying to rig up.
Going up there to attach the winch line and rig it up, and that was quite the task because that sandbank was really loose. Your feet kind of sank in and then slid down every time you took a step. So you were struggling to get up there, and then you would feel your shoes fill up. Yeah, then you get to the tree. Half the roots were sticking out of the bank already, so I didn't quite know if it was going to be strong enough. So I thought, yeah, we'd give it a try, and then if need be, we can reattach it. It kind of held on for quite a bit, and then all of a sudden I heard this big crack, and I saw the freaking tree sway.
Oh! The tree's coming out.
If it had come out, it would have fallen on the camper.
But after all that, I think the best feeling was when the truck was back on four wheels again. And then you can stop and you can, like, And then the next best feeling was when we got to the improved part of the road. It was still really tight hairpins there, but nothing like up top. And they had little turnaround spots. So you could actually go in there, back up, and then take the hairpin back down. Then you're good. You can do that all day long without any stress, really. But the ones up top that's the that's the tricky bit. But we got her done.
Overall, the whole experience of going up there, camping on that mountain peak, having those views, doing that drive up there, I definitely give it, like, for me, that's a 12 out of 10. I mean, would I want to do it again? I can do without all that stress and all that tension and all the yeah. So I don't know. I really think we pushed this vehicle with the setup that it has now to the limit. I don't know, after we built the custom camper and it will be a bit lower and a bit narrower, and maybe that opens up trails like this more. But with this setup, I would not be inclined to do a similar trail with a similar difficulty. I think we pushed it to the limit.